This is a video for Tony. He's a member of Natural Bushcraft, and he sent me a challenge in this tin. And what it is basically is that's just to stop it all rattling around, I presume, but it may get used as tinder in it as well. The challenge is to use the stove that he made, which is a pop can stove. And he's done a very good job of that, actually, much better than my pop can stoves, I'd say. And he's polished the bottom of it so that you can use it as the pyro lens sort of thing, like a parabolic mirror, just to focus the light beams to a certain point, like a magnifying glass. And he's also put in some char cloth and what looks like tumble dryer lint as well to get going from that. That's I presume is a meths container for it. Obviously, because of postal rules, you can't send meths, so I've got my own meths. Using 15 millilitres of meths, I have to get this going with only these items, so no matches, lighters or fire steels or flints and strikers and whatnot. Only these items, and then use the billy can part and get it on and try and boil the water. He's actually, just check it, he's actually sent me a note with it explaining all of this, so I shall check to make sure I haven't missed anything out. 250 millilitres of room temperature water, using only 15 millilitres. The bottle I put in holds just over 30, so half of the bottle, but I do actually have a syringe that measures 5 millilitres out at a time, so I can put 3 of those in. Yep, and that's basically it. It's tested indoors apparently, that stove, so he got boil time of 3 minutes and 30 seconds with 1/4 of a litre, so let's see if we can do that. Now the sun at the moment keeps dipping behind the clouds up there, so as soon as it comes back out again I shall press record and get going. What I shall do first is fill the meths for you, so you can see that there's no cheating or anything, it's just meths going in there. I don't want to get that confused with this. Right. Hopefully you can see this. I'll tilt the camera down a bit so you can see properly, and over. Alright, so stop that all blowing away. And that is 1 5 millilitre of meth. Just you see that that's 5 millilitres. It's fractionally under 5 millilitres, but it's close enough. So that should be our 15 millilitres in there, which, as you can see, is just about half a bottle, basically. So, yep, that looks right. So that's the meths. And obviously you can't put that in the stove first because it'll all fall out. So, using only what's in the tin, I'll put some water in there as well. Oh, I don't have a measure for 250 millilitres, so I shall overestimate rather than underestimate. So, may or may not boil it. And that should be around about right. So remember, a Coke can is 330 millilitres, and this I filled up to there. So I think somewhere around about there I filled it up to. So fractionally over halfway. So that should be probably nearer 330 millilitres than it is 250. So that should be our water. And there's a load of cloud up there at the moment, but let's see if we can get easily off of this. Particularly warm at all at the moment, so I shall wait for a break in the cloud and get back to you ASAP. I shall leave all this here, so you'll I'll move the syringe out of the way, so you'll know I haven't touched any of that lot. Loosen this off and aim it at that. Then when I restart, it should be exactly the same picture. Right, there's a small break in the clouds coming, so I shall prepare and hopefully catch it. Take a break while the sun's gone back in again. Be right back. Well, I just moved this around to try and improve my chances a little bit. Trying to bounce the sun off of the inside of the lid as well as onto there, trying to increase the amount of heat. But the clouds look like they are in to stay now, so I'm going to give this a miss now and get back to you he says, as the sun starts shining through a gap, and get back to you when it's a little bit clearer, maybe earlier in the morning, because it's about 3:30, maybe 4 o'clock at the moment, so it's not peak sun time, I suppose. Okay, the sun's back out again, so I shall make the most of this weather. This should work. Ember's doing all right by itself, so hopefully should be able to ignite this with any luck. Did a bit of that in there. success at last. Turn the camera a bit more down. Which way? There we go. There we go. So hopefully that will boil that away nicely. Just put the tissue, the rest of the tissue out that came with it. Really have the lid onto this. And we'll see how long that takes. As I said before, it might be a little bit too much water in there, but it's better than not enough. Cheating that way. We've got a tiny bit of the charcoal and lint left, and the ball of tissue as well that was left over. Obviously soaked where I was trying to put it out. Right, so just see if that boils alright. So it should do. So, as long as there's enough fuel in the stove, keep it going. Well, the fuel in the stove's gone, and water's warm, not boiled obviously, but it's warm. But there was only a very tiny amount of fuel, that 30 millilitres in there, and the wind taking the heat away from the container is probably quite a big factor with this as well. But in the true spirit of it, I was only using what came in the can, so there was no windshield. So, but it's hot. Better than a cold drink, anyway. So I reckon one of those full would be more than enough. But anyway, we've got it lit from the sun and from the highly polished surface that where are we? There we go, that you can see there. So yeah, great job, got there in the end. Thanks for watching, speak to you next time.